Shanann bashing. This is a live stream that I watched after the fact, and I had to say, you're kidding. So, Cindy Watts is coming out with a book supposedly called All My Broken Pieces. And the ghostwriter is Kathleen Hewston. So, needless to say, it's nothing but crazy. So the live stream was a train wreck, I thought, because they read the foreword by the author. Not going to mention what channel or anything, I'm just putting this out. We're told by the author she is asking questions to herself. She's asking questions to Chris Watts. She is talking to herself. And she's also very proud of this chapter. That these are rhetorical questions. And these are questions for Chris, even though the guy has no access to the book, I don't think. So she says, these are questions that puzzled me right from the beginning. Cindy Watts has wondered about these as well. Cindy is a deeply sweet woman. It gets worse. Chris Watts murdered 3 or 4 people. Depending on how you view NICO. Excuse me, but their names are Shanann, Bella, CECE, and NICO. Hello. What do you mean, depending on how we look at it? So she says, why did you kill the children, Chris? Had Shanann been hurting the girls? And you didn't want them to tell? Whatever secrets with her would have died with her. You can tell this lady's really compassionate, right? Why did you kill the children? Did you kill them to protect Shanann? That's what he said his motive was. To prevent his mistress from finding out that Shanann was pregnant. Do you believe that? I can't stand the writing, okay? Were these Shanann secrets you were killing them for, Chris? Then a viewer mentions, I'm lost in what she's suggesting, the author I mean. And they respond, she's going where the truth is. She's doing everything the way it's supposed to be done. And here's my fact, no, this is not the way it's supposed to be done. It's the exact opposite of what should be done. Hiding your evil and twisted thoughts behind the guise that you're only asking a little harmless rhetorical question just shows how warped your mind really is. Okay, so my opinion is this. These are just a lot of biased, skewed, and baseless questions aimed at bashing Shanann, inflicting emotional pain on Shanann's family, and it's a complete and utter character assassination, and you haven't even got to chapter 1 yet. Attempting to humiliate a woman who was brutally murdered. It just shows the rest of the world what you're made of. But guess what? Your son and your little Watts fan club, he's a killer. He's a baby killer. And he's a vulgar and vile wife killer. He is now inmate 674796 at Dodge Correctional Facility. So a person doesn't need a whole lot of intelligence to see right through you and the author and your book. You want to play devil's advocate by asking rhetorical fluff. That's all it is. Your questions could have been written by a grade school child. Sorry. However, grade school kids don't know what it's like to hate. Okay, and they did this live. And at this point, Frank Rzucek joins the chat. And he states, my daughter didn't abuse her children. And another viewer says, how does anyone know that Shanann didn't abuse? How can anyone say that for a fact? Do you know her? Look, I don't think she did, but I'm not ignorant. No, apparently you are. So people became very angry, confused. And somebody else said, so this book is going to say that Shanann abused the girls? So Mr. Rzucek, meanwhile, is completely ignored. You're trying to publicly humiliate Shanann. You're heartless. You're abusive. You're offensive. And you have absolutely no soul. In my opinion, you just signed your own son's death warrant. While he's gleefully dancing in his cell right now, with his little sinister laugh, watching his football game on his little TV, he's happy because once again he stirred up a whole bunch of shit with the other book. And in his little bitty mind, his little pea brain, he thinks he won. But he is proof that the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. So much for your shit show book. I know, another day, another dollar, right? You did not appreciate the love Shanann had for your twisted son and the 3 times she gave him children. Why? Look in the mirror. Thanks, everybody. Love you guys. Bye-bye. And another thing. What you did to Jewels of Thought for asking a rhetorical question was completely bullshit. She happens to be ethical, intelligent, and a very, very kind person.